Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
TGIF. I thank God for everything, but one thing I thank him for to go with everything else is thank God for Friday. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again. It's another Friday, and we're coming to you live from New York City. That's where we originate, and we come to you all around the world. We're global. The name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. My name is Frank Allan, and of course, we're going to be with you for the whole entire hour. And just in case you're the first-time viewer of the show, well, this is how we do things. We get together, and you'll see everyone as they come in. All you have to do, if you want to say something, just say it. You know, because I start the show, and when I do, I start with conversation. But in the meantime, you can use your fingers on your keyboard and your telephone. You can use it on your tablet as well, or any kind of form of source that you can contact with us and watch us. Use that keyboard and type in whatever you want to say, and I'll see you right there on the big screen, and I will acknowledge it. There may be certain things you want to talk about, a certain topic. We'll do that. I'll start everything, but you can interject and say, you know, I want to talk about, you can talk about the news of the day, of tomorrow, or anything. We got the 4th of July coming up. You can talk about that, whatever you want to talk about your pets, your family, your friends, anything. We'll talk about. We just have fun here, and we get it together each week. Now, those of you who are watching us for the first time, you should also know we come from 3 different places. We're live on Facebook. We're on YouTube and live on Instagram as well. So I want to say hi to each and every one of you, however or wherever you're watching us. And of course, as I said, we're a global show, so we're all around the world. There's not a place you can go around the world and not find us. And you may be in a different time zone. And if you're an Eastern time zone like us, like we here are in New York, well, maybe you're at work at this particular time around the water cooler, just talking about certain things. Well, get away from that water cooler, get back to your computer and watch the show and stay with us because we've got so many things to talk about. And in conjunction with the conversation we'll have with you, we also have our regular things that we do here as well. For instance, not too far away in the program, this particular half hour, we're going to hook up with Brian Camp. We link with him. From New York to Charlotte, North Carolina, we'll link up with him and he'll talk about sports. Does he bring us the latest developments in today's world of sports? The name of his show is called Sports Update, and it's all right here. And those of you who are watching us on Facebook, you will get a chance to see him. You'll get a chance to see him if you're watching us on YouTube. And but if you're watching us on Instagram, I'm sorry to say you won't be able to see him because we're not designed to do that as of yet. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll give us that opportunity and the ability to do that. But right now, the only thing you can do is hear him. But at the same time, you could still talk to him, right? All you have to do is just, as I said, type into whatever you want to talk about. You have any questions for him, and we'll get those questions along with them. You could actually hear him. You can't see him, but you can hear him. But for the rest of you who are watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, you'll get a chance to see him. We'll have that screen set up for him, and he'll be here and he'll talk about sports. Of course, again, you can participate and ask any questions that you may have. That's coming up later on in the program. Also, we have those movies that I give you each week, of course, coming from Turner Classic Movies. Yes, indeed, I have them all. And we're going to relay those to you because of some of the things you may want to do over the weekend, you know, are the norm, right? Whatever the norm is for you, the thing is that you may want to include on catching up on some movies that you haven't seen in a long time. Well, I just want to add some movies to your bucket list of what to watch this weekend. That's all coming up. It's all coming up right here on the Coffee Hour. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook, also take the time to tag all of your friends. You can do it right now. Do it while the show is young. Tag your friends and bring them in. You can tag the show right now to them. You may have a lot of friends. Maybe you just have a selective few that you want to invite in. Do it. Please do it. The more the merrier. And of course, when they see that notification, they'll know it's coming from you, and they'll click it on and it'll bring them directly to us right here. And if they like what they hear and they like what they see, maybe they'll come back again and again, just like you. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, I always invite you, as usual, to click on to my YouTube channel and subscribe to us. You see that button? Or you can just take your mouse, point it to that button right there where it says subscribe, click onto it, and you're in. No fee, no charges, no nothing. It's free of charge. The benefit that you get out of it is that every time we come on the air live, or if we post a video of some sort, you get notification. Because a lot of people sit back and they're working on their computer, doing whatever they're doing, and may forget the show that's coming on. And at the time that we're coming on the air and you're out there and you're just working, you'll see notification. You say, "By golly, I forgot," but I'm glad the notification came in. Click the notification, and that brings you right to the YouTube channel. And for the rest of you who are watching us on Instagram, you're watching us live on Instagram, hello. Keep following us each week. Keep following us. Spread the word. Tell your family and friends about it. And of course, let them be all part of the action. Remember, everything that we say and do, in other words, all the view and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view of the opinion of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, or any other outlet, such as a broadcast outlet that we broadcast on, or any kind of social media outlet. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, let's do what we do. Because what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So let's raise our cups, whether it's hot or cold, and salute, and excuse me while I shoot up. It's cold. For me, it's cold. This is iced coffee today. And you could have your iced coffee or your hot coffee or your cocoa or your tea or whatever it is to join us. The donuts, you're going to have to bring those yourself. I'm sorry about that. So, again, I'll have a little more a little later. Welcome aboard. And it's one of those weeks that we have. It's been a long week, and everybody's ready for the weekend. Now, we have the weekend coming up. You already know this weekend is the 4th of July holiday weekend. Now, understand something, that Monday, I am not saying that Monday is the day for you to take off, because that's not an official day to take off. That's still a work day. Now, some of your places where you work may acknowledge that and may give you the day off. Or maybe you have some time coming to you and you want to say, okay, look, you know what? I'm not going to come in on Monday and then take off Tuesday and then come back on Wednesday. I want to take the whole entire weekend off. I have days coming to me. I want to take one day and take that long weekend. Good for you if you can do that. But for the rest of you, it's not an official day off on Monday. But Tuesday is the 4th of July, Independence Day, which we celebrate our independence of this country, the great United States of America. We celebrate that. And just keep that in mind while you're celebrating the 4th of July holiday weekend. Remember what it really stands for. And then and you can still do the traditional things that you always do. You want to barbecue, outdoor barbecue in your backyard or whatever it is, or go visit friends and just do whatever you do to have a little fun. That's okay too, but keep in mind what it's really all about. Okay, just keep in mind. DJ Pete, there you go. DJ Pete, good morning to you. DJ Pete is going to be along later on with us. And DJ, he's quick on the draw. You know, you got to watch him. He's quick on the draw. He's got a weather forecast. He already has a weather forecast, which reminds me to tell you that if you're going to participate in any conversation with us, we love it. We really love it. Because we'd love to acknowledge you personally. When you're out there, we want to see you out there personally, right? And we want to acknowledge you. And so when you come out here and you want to participate, we ask you, not mandatorily, but we do ask you if you could give us a little brief of your weather forecast, what it looks like in your area, because all around the country, you know, different weather forecasts prevail. I'm going to give you mine. For those of you who live in the New York area or the vicinity of New York City, don't worry about it. I'll take care of that for you. But for the rest of you, you're out there, you're in different towns, different countries, give us your weather forecast. It doesn't have to be a full-blown one like Pete has, but Pete is a professional. That, I mean, I guess it's embedded in him to do that anyway. So this is what we have in Maine, Portland, Maine. It's going to be Cloudy. He's got cloudy skies and temperatures will range to 68 degrees. And a chance of rain will be 15%. Early Saturday temps low around 61 degrees, and winds out of the east will be southeast at 8 miles per hour. So there you go. That's what's happening in Portland, Maine. We're going to give you our weather forecast in a few minutes. Some people have good weather. Some people have bad weather. Some people have mediocre weather. Doesn't matter. Just let us know so we can kind of compare notes with all of you and see what you got going for your weather. But again, as I said, the 4th of July is coming up, and I hope that you're looking, hopefully, I know you're looking forward to it, but hopefully you have a good time to do it in good taste and in good health, and continue to be safe with that. We also want to remind you we're still in the midst of Pride Month. And by the way, this is June 30th, the very last day of the month, and it's the very last day of Pride Month. And it's been a round of good things that have been going on. We had a parade here in New York last Sunday, Pride Parade last Sunday. And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of them wherever you are. So it's been a long month and a long Pride Month, and happy Pride Month. For the last time I'll be saying this, but keep the faith, baby. Everything is coming up roses. Everything looking good. I don't say everything is comfy, cozy, sweet and rosy all the time, because we all go through our trials and our tribs, and we just keep on rolling along. And so there you go. That's what we got for the weekend. And those of you you got Pride Month, and this is the last day of it. That ushers us into a brand new weekend. And there's a lot of things going on, right? And I'm sorry for you guys who have to work on Monday and take off Tuesday and come back on Wednesday. And I feel even more bad for the people who don't even get the 4th of July off. Some people work, like us, media people, we work because it's a service. And sometimes we have to do that. But just keep things in mind that it's a job that someone else would like to have. Your job. You got it, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. In case you're just joining us, you're setting foot in the house right now. The name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. This is where we meet each Friday, and we get together. And this is a great family of people who come in and we have a good time when we talk all kinds of things. So if you want to be part of the conversation too, it's good, and you can do that. All right. Okay. Again, give us your weather forecast if you have one. We really would appreciate that. And those of you, as I said, who live in the New York City and the vicinity of New York City, don't worry about that. I'm going to take care of that. As a matter of fact, I am going to take care of that right now. How about that? You take care of that right now. What do we have on the horizon for this holiday weekend? We're going to keep you abreast of all of that. Right now, we've got 76 degrees outdoors. It's 76 degrees and it's warm outside. We had a beautiful day in New York yesterday, and it doesn't look so bad. And I got good news for you. That when we get around to Tuesday, when we actually celebrate the 4th of July holiday here in New York City, the weather's not going to be so bad after all. Let's talk about that right now. First of all, we'd like to tell you that we have an air quality alert. All right. Oh, yeah, we do. It lingers. It lingers. It's an air quality alert because you already know what we had, that problem that we had in Canada. That's that fire. What do you call them? The wildfires, right? They erupted in Canada and it drifted out all over the country just about. And it got us here in New York. We had the worst air quality that day when it came out. And, you could smell the smoke all the way from Canada to New York City. You could smell that smoke. And people had their doors shut, their windows shut, just to keep all of that smoke out of there. And even when the windows closed, you could still smell the smoke. But anyway, we do have a air quality alert. It's going to be a mix of clouds and sun. Areas of smoke and haze are possible. And right now, I don't smell anything. I'm indoors, but that's not the same. Right? I have to be out. I guess I have to be outdoors to actually get the whiff of it. If if it exists at all right now. Anyway, it will reduce visibility at times, and we'll have a high around 83 degrees. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Friday night, tonight, it'll be partly cloudy skies, slight chance of rain showers. We'll have a low 67 degrees. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We move along to Saturday, my favorite time of the weekend. I guess it's yours too as well, except for a few afternoon clouds. It's going to be mainly sunny. How about that, huh? Mainly sunny. We'll have a high 81 degrees. Winds will be south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour for Saturday night. You're going out on the town or doing whatever you do on a Saturday night. It's going to be mostly cloudy skies with a few showers late. So take that little umbrella, that folding umbrella that you have. It doesn't take much. Tote it in your bag. We'll have a low around 69 degrees. Winds will be south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 30%. Not a big chance, but take the umbrella anyway, just in case. Sunday, rain showers in the morning with thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. We'll have a high around 79 degrees. So if you're off to church, take the umbrella, of course. Winds will be south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 60%. Sunday night, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, low 72. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 60%. And so we go to Monday when you go back to work and then take off again. I'm sorry. Anyway, for Monday, not bad at all. Variable cloudiness with scattered thunderstorms. Not a lot. Only 60% chance. Well, that's better. That's a better chance than not having it at all, right? Anyway, we'll have a high near 85 degrees. Winds will be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Monday night, a few thunderstorms in the morning, or I should say in the evening. I'm sorry. Thunderstorms in the evening, mainly clear skies after midnight. We'll have a low 72 and winds will be west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 50%. Now, you notice that we're going further ahead because we want to let you know what's happening for that actual day that you'll be taking off for the 4th of July holiday weekend for Tuesday, right? So Monday is setting us up for Tuesday, and Sunday, it's going to be sunny Tuesday, sunny along with a few clouds, a stray shower or a thunderstorm possible, and we'll have a high around 89 degrees. I don't know what the percentage of that is. It doesn't display that here, but I'm pretty sure you can dodge the bullet. That's the day when you have your outdoor barbecue, right? And you're entertaining friends and relatives, and they're coming out to the backyard. You get the smoker going, like I would assume that Brian is going to do, and I know he has all of his stories about that. So we'll see what's happening with him on the 4th of July. Anyway, the winds will be northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's our weather forecast. We took you through a long stretch. We didn't have to, but we wanted to because we wanted to make sure that you know that your weather here in New York is not going to be that bad for the 4th of July. Okay, so there you go. Repeating our current temperature, we have 76 degrees outdoors, and it's hazy for the moment. But keep in mind, we still have that air quality alert going on. So just keep that in mind. And if need be, continue to wear a mask. All right. They did say something about smoke. Where that smoke is coming from, I don't know. You know, maybe it's left over from Canada. Maybe they didn't spew all of the smoke out until now. I don't know. But just keep in mind that the air quality is not that great today. And if you kind of feel a scratchy throat or something like that, or if you feel nauseous or anything like that, the best place to be is going back indoors. You know, get back indoors, and whatever your activities are, limit them and get back indoors because you don't want to get congested with all of that smoke. Okay, there you go. Okay, you just joining us right now? Okay, yeah, I guess you didn't miss much. You know, we've been here. It's like we've been here 19 minutes already. 19 minutes already. And you're just walking in. That's okay. That's okay. The main thing is that you're here. And we want to thank you for being here and letting you know that this is the coffee hour. And again, my name is Frank Allan. We're going to get together right now, and we're going to talk to everyone and that will include you as well. So if you're with us, thank you for being with us. And we want to say hello to all of you who have chimed in. I see people on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. They're all out there, and they're out there in full force. Again, if you'd like to say anything to us, feel free to do so. I will acknowledge you. I don't bite, you know, not until I know you better. Okay, thank you so much for being along for this Friday. And again, we come from New York City, live in New York City, because that's where we originate. Okay, all right. So now, what do you say? We go over to Charlotte, North Carolina. I told you we can hook it up. We could hook it up. Those of you who are watching us on Facebook and watching us on YouTube, here he is right now, Brian Camp, with the latest developments in today's world of sports.
Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody who's tuning in, excuse me, on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. It's Friday, yes. As we come to the end of the week of a rough, I wouldn't say a rough, but it's been a strange week, and we're here on Friday, but we're glad that we made it. That's what counts. And I hope that everybody leads into, I don't know how you're going to spend the 4th of July, whether it's this weekend or the following weekend. The 4th of July hits on a Tuesday, so it's right in the middle. That's kind of a little sketchy there, how you're going to celebrate. Maybe you might celebrate on this weekend and next weekend too. But whatever you do, we hope that you be safe and enjoy yourself. In sports, congratulations to New York Yankee pitcher, I'm going to say this wrong, Domingo German. It's spelled German, but that's not how you pronounce it. How do you say it?
Yeah, that's Domingo German. German. It's like,
okay.
German.
Okay. Congratulations on him. He became the 24th pitcher in Major League Baseball history to pitch a perfect game, and was the 4th New York Yankee to accomplish this here wonderful milestone, as he beat the Oakland A's 11-0. The Oakland A's are a horrible team, as you know. And he's joined by Don Larson. He's joined by David Wells and David Cone. And now he's the 4th one. Now the previous 3 Yankees who threw the perfect game for their teams, for the Yankees, all went on to win the World Series. So by saying that, this current Yankee team has a lot of work to do in order to continue that feat. But yes, a perfect game is not an easy feat to do. But you know, it was done, and congratulations. Before that game, prior starts, he was being banged around. He was not pitching well at all. He was throwing pitches, and people was knocking him out of the park, and was getting hit hard and everything. So, but now he came up with a masterful piece, 27 up, 27 down. As Ryan Ruocco had called the game. Michael Kay did not call the game. He's usually the announcer, but nowadays, you know, a lot of the broadcasters are now broadcasting the games in their home city. And who would want to broadcast a game in Oakland, California? That stadium is horrific. They've had possums in the TV booth in the wall. This is a true story. Yeah, they in the midst of moving. They're trying to move to Vegas. It's a dump. The stadium is not conditioned well at all. Yes, this is a true story. They've had possums in that stadium. In fact, I believe the Mets were the one that had reported it. Ron Darling had reported this as he was doing the broadcast game when the Mets was playing the Oakland A's, and they have animals, possums, and whatever you could even think of, but that's disgusting. Speaking of baseball, yesterday, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres game yesterday afternoon was delayed for 45 minutes due to poor air quality caused by this lingering smoke from the wildfires in Canada. So here we go again with this here smoke. People are wearing masks again. if you I was looking at New York news out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. um, they were saying that the air quality in New York is really bad. So if you have health issues from asthma to anything else, you got to wear your mask. Get the N95s. Yesterday's game was supposed to start at 12:35 start. It was pushed back to 1:20, and the game in the afternoon had to start with the lights on. So that tells you that right there how bad it was. That smoke in Canada. We hope that will be taken care of. Today, starts the NBA free agency and trades. Yes, today is the day where prominent basketball players, stars, who looking to switch teams with free agency, with trades. So check your local listings and find out where you could find all this information from. I know ESPN will carry it along with Fox Sports also as well too. So just make sure you check that out. And the NFL has scheduled a meeting on July 20th where the owners are expected to vote on the sale of the Washington Commanders, yes, to a group led by Josh Harris. The NFL sent a memo to all the owners to discuss the sale of the Commanders from Dan and Tanya Snyder, who are co-owners of the team. To the Harris Group, there is a record $6.6 billion. That's a lot of money for a franchise. As you know, as time goes on, it goes up and up and up. So, it's not like back in the old days where you buy a team for a couple million dollars and you become rich. But now, as time goes on, it's $1 billion now. All these franchises are worth billions and billions of dollars. This day in sports, June 30th, 1962, the LA Dodgers future Hall of Famer pitcher Sandy Koufax no-hits the New York Mets, which is his first of 4 no-hitters. 1978, Major League Hall of Famer outfielder Larry Doby becomes the second African-American manager, and he's also the second African-American player to enter into the major leagues, right behind Jackie Robinson. The manager in the Major League Baseball, he was named with the Chicago White Sox in that year. So Larry Doby, second African-American manager. First was Frank Robinson and Larry Doby, and he's the second African-American player to ever enter into baseball to play professionally. 1978, San Francisco Giants Hall of Famer Willie McCovey becomes the 12th player to hit his 500 career home run. They call him Stretch. Willie McCovey, yes. When he swings a bat, you could feel the wind because he had a wicked swing. 1995, Indians, Cleveland Indians at that time, they're now called the Cleveland Guardians. Eddie Murray is the 20th player to reach 3,000 hits. Yes, Eddie Murray. So congratulations to him on that feat. Birthdays today, 1944, Ron Swoboda, Major League Baseball outfielder, sportscaster. He did broadcast Met games and Yankee games. Was born in Baltimore, Maryland. 1965, NBA Mitch Rittman, a guard born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And happy birthday in 1966 to Iron Mike Tyson, born in Brooklyn, New York, who is known for his vicious knockouts. You go to a boxing match, you got to make sure that you're in your seat in the first round within 20 or 30 seconds, because he'll knock you out. And then you're going to say, what did I miss? And it'll be too late. So ladies and gentlemen, that is sports on a prelude to the 4th of July / next weekend of the 4th of July.
You don't hear much from Mike Tyson. Not much.
No, he's staying out. I think he's staying out the limelight.
That's what I
there was a report that he was supposed to fight Evander Holyfield again. As you know, he bit his ear off
which was irresponsible.
Yeah, and almost lost of hearing to us. Yeah, I know you couldn't help that one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
and
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he bit his ear off where Evander Holyfield could not put a earring in his ear anymore, and so he's you don't hear too much of him anymore. He's just have mellow out now, I guess.
Yeah, I heard at this point that he found God too. That's another thing. That could be another reason why,
Anything is possible. Well, he was studying Islam, so we don't know. Maybe he's with Allah, studying the Muslim faith.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's turned to Christian. We don't know.
Oh, no. But it's remarkable how sometimes people could be like hell on wheels, and then later in their life they turn out to be the best people in the world.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
you never know. You talk about Ron Swoboda. Wasn't he the one that made that classic diving catch in the outfield?
The 1969 World Series. Yep, he had a diving catch. Yes, it was a World Series, and it saved a couple of base runners from scoring, and that's a classic diving catch.
Yeah, exactly. Players are making those catches now, and it doesn't mean anything. But when Ron Swoboda did it, that was like unbelievable catch. When Willie Mays made his backhand catch, that was unbelievable. Now everybody's doing it now, but it doesn't mean anything because those
catches were good. Yeah, great catches.
Exactly. I remember growing up as a kid and playing baseball. We did that. Everybody admired Willie Mays, and I played a little outfield. My main position was first base, but every once in a while I played the outfield, and I tried to do one of those catches. I did the basket catch and everything.
Yeah, I used to like to play center field because that's where the chicks used to love the center fielders. They like to see you run and make those over the head catches, and I used to try to catch the ball against the fence. And that's back then. That's when you get a lot of chicks back then. That's when chicks used to come to the baseball games.
Yeah, well, something. You're an athlete. They all around you. They love to see those plays, and you get a chance to display yourself, and they love you. And after the game, the good part about playing the game was when the game is over. Yes. When you walk out, you can see all the girls lined up, single file, waiting. But yeah. I love baseball. I love it. I'm sorry I didn't do it professionally because my dream at that time, I was such a big Yankee fan. My dream at the time was to play for the New York Yankees. That was my dream.
Just to replace Joe Pepitone, right?
Yes. Yeah. Although that would have been big shoes to fill because he was good at first base. Not only was he good at first base, but he was a showman on first base. He put on a show, and some people used to call him a show off. But, the good thing about playing any kind of sport, man, if you love it, you people see that you having a good time with it. It makes them, part of the action too. They love it too. They love to see you have a good time with what you do.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And back to that air quality in New York. Yeah, we do have an air quality alert here in New York City. This morning when I woke up, getting ready to head towards the gym, and I looked out the window because I have a nice view of the Empire State Building. It wasn't there. That's how thick it was.
Wow. Yeah.
It's there. And every once in a while, when I don't see the Empire State Building, I have to remember that it's still there, but it's a lot of fog that's blocking it, or condensed fog, or smoke, or whatever it is.
And is that the reason why you have a lot of cancellations of airlines in the New York, Boston area? Because my neighbor said that she tried to get back to Charlotte, but her and her husband was stuck in Boston, out there on the East Coast because, lack of air quality, of course, and a lack of people not coming to work where they are short on hiring people. So yeah, it's kind of bad
because they're not going to take off. Airlines not going to take off if they have really bad visibility. Once they get up in the air, though, I don't really know how it actually travels. Does that smoke? When we had all of those, that big thick smoke here in New York, and I'm wondering how high, maybe elevation, how high does that smoke go? Is it high enough for airlines to cancel their flights? I wouldn't know that, but yeah, that's probably part of it. That's probably part of it. Always think that once you get above the clouds, you're in good hands, but anyway.
Yeah.
So 4th of July coming up. What do you got going?
This Sunday, I'm going to be using the grill and the smoker. I'm going to have my own private seafood smoke boil. I have a couple of small lobsters and shrimp and some nice fish, and some what's it called? What's those little round ones called? Scallions. I'm gonna have scallions, and so I'm gonna have my own little private thing. Go to church. Scallops.
Yeah.
Scallops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I come home from church, the wife is going to be away. It's just me and the television, and I'm going to kick back and just relax. You hear that, Pete? You hear that, Pete? Lobster. Yes, that's right. That's in your territory. That's in your area.
Yeah, but you didn't get the lobster from Maine, did you?
No, I didn't get it from Maine, but I got it from a store from Maine. Yeah.
we gotta visit Pete in Maine, and while we're there, just order some lobster.
Yes.
Say that's where the best lobster comes from, is Maine.
That's right. Yep, definitely.
Some people have all the luck. Here in New York, we have the best pizza in the world. Oh, they said Chicago does, but New York really have the best pizza in the world.
New York is number one. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, that'll be it. I guess you have a great weekend. I guess we'll catch you back here next week.
Everybody enjoy. Wear your masks. Pete, have a good weekend and hope to speak to you all soon. Take care.
Take care of yourself. Have a great one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brian Camp with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. Thank you for that, Brian, and we'll catch you back here next week. And we mentioned Pete, who will be here in just a couple of minutes, and he'll have some entertainment news coming up. That's just in just a few minutes. Nick Costa, the actor best known for his work on the soap operas, Santa Barbara, which is no longer in existence, All My Children no longer exist, and Another World. I think that's still on, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, he died this past week. Other television programs that Costa appeared on included The Green Hornet, Charlie's Angels, One Day at a Time, Who's the Boss, Star Trek Next Generation, and Cold Case. He's been around. Anyway, Nicholas Costa passed away on Tuesday evening at a hospital in Florida. He was 89 years old, so we want to send our condolences out to his family and friends and all the people who work with him. I know some actors who have worked with him and had many good things to say about him. And again, we send our condolences out to Nick and his family and his friends and all of the people who enjoy his work and love them. Madonna has discharged. You think about Madonna. Everybody was worried about Madonna. She's doing great. Thank God. I love it. I love Madonna. Madonna has been discharged from the hospital. She was discharged just Friday, I believe. And they transported her from in a private ambulance back to her apartment in New York City. So she's there and she's doing good. She's in the clear. The 64-year-old singer developed a series of bacterial infection, which led her to several days in the ICU in the hospital last Saturday. But she's doing good. And those of you who are waiting for that tour that she had set up, well, that's canceled right now for the moment. I'm pretty sure they'll do it when it's time. But right now, what they're doing, even though she's out of the hospital, she's still under doctor's care, and she's going to be monitored very carefully. And it's better that way. This way, when she actually goes on tour, she'll be physically fit, physically healthy to endure that long tour. And that's what we're going to make sure. We just don't want to put it back out there just like that. So those of you who have tickets, I'm pretty sure they'll still acknowledge your tickets. So whenever she comes to your town, you'll get the chance to see her. But right now, for the time being, they're going to rest. And when we find out more about her schedule, we'll certainly give you that information. And we'll find out whether or not whenever she gets or decides to do the tour, we will definitely let you know about that. And we hope it's soon, but it's best right now that she stays put, relax where she is, and recover, and then do a great performance when it's all said and done. And God bless you, Madonna. We love you. We love you. Okay, it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We're taking a long trip. I love taking tours like this. From Charlotte to Portland, Maine. Here we go. DJ Pete is right out there, and he's got information for us today. Good to see you, Pete. Welcome aboard for this Friday. By the way, I just want to let everybody know that we're coming to you live from New York City. And from New York City, here we go. From New York City to Portland, Maine. We'll wait till he pops up. I hope that he hears me. And there he is. Well, at least the photo is there. Pete, are you there? You with me?
Test. Here we go.
There he is.
All right. And let me do that. Hi, folks. How you doing today?
It's more like it.
A lot of buttons and switches here in my control room, if you can see that here for the viewing audience here. But it's Independence Day weekend, and a lot of great things going on everywhere. Little shout out to everyone out there, especially in the USA and Canada, listening. Summertime is here. If you like Greek food, check out the nearest, Greek festival that's happening at a church nearby. It's fun. It's awesome. It's the best food in the world there. So, Frank, I got a lot of names this week here.
Okay, let's get right.
For the coffee hour here, and I'm going to switch over to that. We got Eddie Floyd, born June 25th, 1937. American R&B soul singer, songwriter, best known for his work on Stax record, that's STAX. Founded the Falcons, which also featured Mac Rice. They were the forerunners of the future Detroit vocal groups like the Temptations, Four Tops, and so much more. Floyd recorded a song initially for Otis Redding, and he had a great musical career. Worked with a lot of people here. Some artists like Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen covered his songs in the past also. So happy birthday, Eddie Floyd. Still around today, I believe. Doesn't say anything else, but yeah. Let's see. Carly Simon, June 25th, 1943, American musician, singer, songwriter, children's author. Rose to fame in the 1970s with a string of hit records. Anticipation. Remember that there was a ketchup commercial in the 70s.
Heinz ketchup, yeah.
Heinz ketchup did it in the 70s there. The Right Thing to Do, Haven't Got Time for the Pain, You Belong to Me, Mockingbird, Nobody Does It Better, which was the theme song for 1977 James Bond film, Spy Who Loved Me. So happy birthday, Carly Simon. Let's see. June 28th, 1926, and he's 103 years old today. Melvin James Brooks Kaminsky, also known as Mel Brooks, American actor, comedian, filmmaker, producer, director, all that sort of stuff, writer too. Great films like Where's my list here? Okay, Robin Hood Men in Tights, History of the World Part 1, High Anxiety, Silent Movie, Young Frankenstein, the producers. He wrote and produced a Hulu series, History of the World Part 2, which is on Hulu right now. I'm going to have to check that out.
Is he really that old?
It doesn't say he passed away yet, so.
No, he's still living, but I didn't know he was that old.
Well, am I doing this right? 1926. So, and today's 2020. No,
No, not quite, not quite.
all right. Less. So 97. All right. I got my math wrong. Okay. Yeah, I got my math wrong. Sorry about that. I'm doing stuff backwards here in my head. I have had my coffee yet, but it hasn't kicked in. So yeah, happy birthday, Mel Brooks. Great. I was just talking about Young Frankenstein with someone this morning, and about someone was posting something about brains in sci-fi films, and I'm like, remember that scene in Young Frankenstein about the brain that said Abby normal? Anyway, let's see. Continuing on, we got Louis Burton Lindley Jr., June 29th, 1919. He worked with Mel Brooks, and better known for his stage name Slim Pickens. He was an American actor and rodeo performer, starting off in the rodeo business. He transitioned into acting, appeared in dozens of movies, like Dr. Strangelove. He's a Air Force pilot. Blazing Saddles, that was a Mel Brooks film. 1941, and One-Eyed Jacks with Marlon Brando. So happy birthday, Slim Pickens, June 29th, 1919. This guy is still around today, William Knight Kirchin, also known as Bill Kirchin, June 29th, 1948. American guitarist, singer, songwriter, member of a famous band from the 1967 to the mid-70s, Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. One of their famous tunes is Hot Rod Lincoln. And it starts off, son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that Hot Rod Lincoln. And it's a great tune that they played. They had a interesting mixture of rockabilly, outlaw country music, things like that. They were praised by many great musicians like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. The Grateful Dead loved them. The Allman Brothers, and great. I actually met Bill Kirchin about 20 or so years ago. Came to Portland, Maine, and he's not just a incredible guitar player, but he plays a mean trombone too. Also, so happy birthday, Bill Kirchin. Eddie Bond. I don't have too much information about him. July 1st, 1933, American singer, guitarist, active in the country and rockabilly music era. In the mid-50s, recorded for Mercury Records and toured with Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison, Warren Smith, many more people there. And recorded with Elvis Presley at Sun Records also. Let's see. Bobby Day, also known, his birth name, Robert James Byrd, B-Y-R-D, July 1st, 1928, known as Bobby Day, American singer, musician, music producer, and songwriter, best known for his hit tunes, Rockin' Robin, Little Bitty Pretty One, which was a Thurston Harris tune originally. Beyond the Sea is one of his great tunes, and many more. Bobby Day, happy birthday to him. Who else do we have? Willie Dixon, July 1st, 1915, American blues musician, vocalist, songwriter, and record producer. lot of great tunes like Hoochie Coochie Man, Little Red Rooster, My Babe, and Spoonful. Happy birthday, Willie Dixon. We got, who's still around today, Dan Aykroyd. Let's see, July 1st, 1952, Canadian actor, comedian, screenwriter, producer, and musician. Best known for his Not Ready for Primetime membership in the NBC sketch comedy Saturday Night Live. Worked in a lot of great films: Ghostbusters, Coneheads, Dragnet, Blues Brothers, and the sequel, Blues Brothers 2000, and many more films also. Dan Aykroyd, happy birthday to him. What else do we got? And that's it. Coming up on July 4th is Independence Day in the United States, and hope everyone's in the USA is going to celebrate Independence Day. And that's all I got today, Frank.
Hey, listen, actor David Allan Greer is 67 today. Jazz artist Stanley Clarke is 72. The late Florence Ballot of the Supremes would have been 80 years old today. And you remember the legendary actress Susan Hayward. She would have been 106. And so would have been Lena Horne. She would have been 106 years old today. So those are the birthdays I have today. So happy birthday to all who are with us and not with us. And you have a radio show, my friend.
Yeah, I do have a radio show. Let me punch it up here.
I miss my radio show.
I'm on radio airwaves most Thursdays, 5 p.m. to 7 Eastern Time. radio-airwaves.co.uk. I'm on WMPG Radio, usually every other Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone, www.wmpg.org. I alternate with another guy, DJ Faulty. So if you don't hear Faulty, you're gonna hear me on the show there. And that's all I got. Oh, I got a question. I'm going to send it. If Brian's still watching, he better still be watching. Who was that famous American League baseball umpire in the 1970s that would do like an act when he would signal someone out or safe or whatever?
Yeah.
What was his? I forgot. I remember his name. I remember him back then because he was a great umpire and kind of
he was a showman umpire, right?
Kind of a showman umpire. Yeah. And so like
a lot of umpires like that.
Maybe nowadays, yeah, but he would he would really emphasize when someone was out or something like that. And I think I remember hearing a story about it that it was a great, the first time he did it, why didn't you just say out instead of going out? So it was like, I think he said something like, it was a great play, and I just was like so excited to do it.
Brian's Ron Luciano.
Is that his name? Yeah, Ron Luciano. Yes, that was him.
Yeah,
that was him. Now I remember. Yeah, he was an awesome umpire for the American League in the 1970s. Yeah. I remember seeing a lot when I see a Yankee games or Red Sox games. I would see him there a lot.
Yeah. Well, okay, Pete. Listen, great to see you, and of course, you're going to have a nice holiday weekend.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Holiday weekend. Some people work Monday and then got to go back and take off Tuesday and go back Wednesday. I don't know. But anyway, enjoy the weekend anyway. Enjoy the
and enjoy, for everyone out there, enjoy. Have a safe Independence Day, and we'll catch you next time here.
You got it. Take care of yourself. That was Pete, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Pete, of course, with great entertainment news that he brings us every now and then. And he's featured today, and we thank him so much for being along with us here on the Coffee Hour. We want to thank all of you for being with us, by the way. Listen, if you want to get in touch with me by any means, you can do that. I have two sources how you can do that. You can contact me by email or a telephone number. Let me give you the email address first. It's frankallanprod@aol.com. That's Frank Allan, ALLAN. Prod is PROD, that's short for productions. frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Or you can call us at 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Your weekend is coming up. Well, depending on how you look at it, it could be a long one. But for those of you who are looking to do something other than barbecuing and other things like that, the normal, whatever your normal is, and you want to catch up on some movies, well, I have some movies to add to your bucket list of what to watch this weekend. My picks of the week for your weekend. And I have this week, I have 3 of them. And so let me just relay those to you right now. Let's get started. Yankee Doodle Dandy, one of my favorite kind of movies back in and it's appropriate. It's appropriate movie because of the 4th of July holiday weekend. However, you can catch it on Saturday at 12 p.m. It stars James Cagney, and it's back in 1942. That's 12 p.m. Eastern. Right there on Turner Classic Movies. High Society from 1956, starring Bing Crosby, Grace Kelly, and Frank Sinatra. And that's on Turner Classic Movies. You can check that out on Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern. If you cannot get up that early, or you want to sleep late and then get up and go to church, at least DVR it, and you can watch it later on whenever your time convenience, So that's High Society. Going back to 1942, Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. And you can check that out, Turner Classic Movies, Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And after you had your Sunday dinner, you could sit back, relax, and watch that as well. And finally, here's another classic that goes back to 1938, starring Betty Davis and Henry Fonda, called Jezebel. I love the movie. It's on Turner Classic Movies, and that comes on this Sunday too as well at 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's probably directly after Casablanca. So there you have it. Now, too, ladies and gentlemen, you could always go on Turner Classic Movies, right, and scroll through the program guide. You can do that, right? There's a lot of things to do. Go to the program guide, because you just may find some movies that I didn't mention, and you say, hey, you know something, I know that movie, I haven't seen it in a long time. Why didn't he mention it? Not because I don't like the movie, it's only because of the fact that these are my picks. And that's why I always tell you after my picks, go to Turner Classic Movies, scroll through the program guide, you might find others that you like, but these are my picks of the week. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot to find. So you can do that. And while you're there, ladies and gentlemen, also, you can go and check out On Demand. All of those movies that you've seen in the past, they're right there on demand. They come from different eras, 1930s and 40s. You never know. 50s, 60s, and 70s. You never know. They're right there. And you can check them out. And some of them will jog your memory. Some of them will say, wow, sir, I haven't seen that in so long. I'll put it on my bucket list. And what I'll do is I'll DVR it. I can't watch it in real time. Well, of course, if you're going on demand, it's not real time anyway, but you can watch it anytime you like, right? Until it expires, because some of these movies, what they do is that they just keep them going until the date expires for other movies to come on. And then, they bring them back every now and then. And then, there are the networks, if you like sports or anything like that, like I do wrestling, you missed a match, something like that, you could always check it out later on, the following day, and you can go on demand and check it out then. You have all of the documentaries that are there, all kinds of great stuff, all right there for you. And it's right there for you, for your asking. And so do that. Let me repeat these movies just before we go off the air right now. these movies for the week. It's Yankee Doodle Dandy, James Cagney, Turner Classic Movies, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. High Society with Bing Crosby, Grace Kelly, and Frank Sinatra. That's Turner Classic Movies, Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern. And you'll see Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart, and Ingrid Bergman. That's Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Turner Classic Movies. And the classic Jezebel from 1938, Betty Davis and Henry Fonda, Turner Classic Movies, 6 p.m. Eastern. And those are the movies of my picks of the week. And I think you will like them. And I hope you do like them. That's going to wrap it up for me, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoyed the show very much. I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy having you. And I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I have presenting it to you. We will be back here on Thursday evening at 8 p.m. for Talk Back Live. Brian Camp will be with me for more sports update. Of course, he's always here at that time. And of course, you and I will indulge in conversation as well. But if you miss it, and I hope you don't, come back next week here. The Coffee Hour will be here too as well. And we'll bring you more entertainment news and more sports and all of those things coming along right here. So ladies and gentlemen, until then, have yourself a great day and a great weekend, especially your Independence Day. Make sure that when you indulge in that Independence Day, remember what it's really standing for. But enjoy yourself. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
You've been watching The Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time on The Coffee Hour.